Born into weekly South Louisiana radio in May 1987, the Swamp and Roll radio show made its transition to the Swamp and Roll television show a little over 10 years later. The television version of the show quickly gained popularity in the St. Landry and Evangeline Parish area, featuring traditional Cajun and Zydeco. Host Todd Artigo and Joe Burge, a.k.a. Dr. Feelgood, brought a brand new brand of weekly raw live musical performances to the local television airwaves. The Swamp and Roll show was definitely one of a kind. Everything from the host's comedic antics to the actual set were unique and all a part of the Swamp and Roll experience. The first set was actually not even a set. It was the station engineer's work table, complete with soldering irons, cables strewn about, and equipment placed there for repair. In short, it was a mess. The host loved the idea of not even having a set, so it became a central theme for the show. The idea was anything goes on the Swamp and Roll show. As the show grew in popularity, it caught more than just local attention. It was featured in Rolling Stone magazine, VH1, and Billboard magazine. It quickly became evident that the show needed a live venue. So the show left its cherished corner of the TV station and started recording in front of a live audience at Casa Ole in Opelousas. With its move came the first wave of production upgrades. Now, instead of one person shooting and editing, there were 2 camera operators and a switcher operator. Of course, even with its upgrades, the show managed to keep its very raw anything-goes attitude. In January of 2009, tragedy struck the show as longtime co-host Dr. Feelgood passed away unexpectedly. Knowing that his father's wish would be to keep the flame burning, Dr. Feelgood's son, Brian Little Buck Burge, stepped in to follow his father's footsteps and became the show's new co-host. Brian and Todd continue to host the show to this day. Since KDCG was now on cable in 9 parishes, it was time to move the show to a larger audience. The Swamp and Roll show packed up and headed to Black Gold Casino in Dussault. And of course, more production upgrades came with the move. Another camera operator was added. A fully equipped production trailer was purchased. Video was fed to the audience on big screen TVs, and a multi-track recording of the audio was implemented. The audio would then be brought to Delta Media Recording Studios for a polished mixdown of the show. Production continues in the fashion to this day. Over the years, the Swamp and Roll show has played host to hundreds of musicians, ranging from Grammy Award winners like Chubby Carrier to pop music superstars like Hunter Hayes. Now in the digital age, the show boasts international viewing through KDCG's website Video on Demand. The Swamp and Roll show continues to grow, and musicians from all over Louisiana and other states continue to request a spot on the show. The Swamp and Roll television show is the perfect embodiment of KDCG's motto, uniquely Acadiana.
Don't miss the Swamp and Roll TV show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. on KDCG. You'll get the best Cajun, country, and Zydeco music in the area, featuring artists such as Gino Delafonte, Leroy Thomas, and Dustin Saunier. Hosted by Todd Ortego and Brian Littlebuck Burge, you won't see anything else like it. The Swamp and Roll TV show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. on KDCG.